Let me start off by showing you my favorite feature. So when you open it up like this, it for the most part holds its shape, which I love. If you close it like this, it stays closed. Let me show you one more time. Now, the reason why I like that is because this actually gives me another way to adjust this angle, or if I want to hand it off to, let's say, somebody who's a little smaller, like one of my sons, I could just go right here and then they're good to go. Another one I love is this part right here, where it's gonna be resting on the neck, because if it's gonna be there for some time, I'd want something comfortable. This is silicone, and I love how this has this pattern here. It raises off of the skin, so it actually helps provide probably some airflow and not for it to just be stuck onto the back of your neck. Another thing that jumps out to me is actually how comfortable this is once I have it on my neck. All right, so it's got a silicone band, it's got dual vents, so it's easy to angle towards my face or towards my neck. And I'll come back to why that ability to direct airflow ends up mattering once you're actually moving around, because it does make a big difference in real use than what it might first seem. So in hand, this is a wearable neck fan. It's got 5200 milliamp rechargeable battery. It's made for travel, commuting, workouts, cooking, gardening, or if you're just spending long stretches in heat. So as I first started using it, the first thing I noticed is the airflow strength. This can push up to 7 milliseconds, which feels steady and focused. And it's got a 60-degree range of motion here, dual vents. So it lets me fine tune things a bit when I want to aim it at, more my face or more my neck. And when I wear it for longer periods, the ergonomic band and the soft silicone neck rest matters for the specs, because it can sit without digging into, my skin. And that really matters, especially during warmer periods. Another thing you might be wondering is how the battery and speed levels actually feel in real day-to-day use, and whether it's more of a short burst fan or something that you can realistically stay with. From my experience, the 5200 milliamp battery can support from 11 to 15 hours of runtime per charge, which means it's made to cover a full day, long commutes, outdoor events, running errands, whatever you may be doing. So instead of worrying about guessing the battery level, the LED battery indicator here gives a quick visual check before I head out, so I can just tell if it's ready to go or not, or if I need to charge it. So in terms of what I think this is for, I think this makes sense if you're someone who spends a lot of time in hot or humid environments, working outdoors, maybe even a warm kitchen, maybe even exercising. So I'm gonna pop this on and then let you guys have a quick listen on how the fan is. So I got my mic here. Let me angle it a little bit better. We'll do it right here. That's one. That's two. That's three. So the airflow itself, it feels more concentrated than a big room fan. So since it sits closer and it's directed, which is a big help during walking and things like that, or even over a stove or a grill. One trade-off that I noticed is that the higher speed level can produce a little bit of noise, but it's not so bad. I think it's okay for an office, so just FYI. A convenience benefit that stands out is that not only the long battery life, but it's also hands-free, so I can throw this on, carry a bag, use my phone, without having to juggle multiple things. Another convenience detail is that once I know that the battery indicator is showing enough charge, I don't have to think about power for the rest of the day. It's just easy to integrate into a routine that becomes a part of how I handle hotter days, and it actually uses USB-C charging. So circling back to the first impression, adjusting the air vents really helps me dial in how I want it to feel, so that it doesn't feel like a generic breeze. I can really just aim it at where I need it the most. So overall, it comes across as a solid option if you want to wear a wearable neck fan that's comfortable for extended periods of time.